Why I write. A personal connection, pen, paper could realistically be my bestest friend. A point to be made, a serious sentimental message to be conveyed. No answering back, no. My friend, the pen, the paper, they don't do that. Verbal expression has always been hard, yet my passion for writing is something I choose and have for many years not to discard. To take an excerpt from an earlier piece of mine, been writing since I was 5, it makes me feel alive. This is something in I can thrive. This poetic passion of mine is something I will never ration. Stumble on words, frustration takes over, yet pick up the paper, all is calm. Maybe all along that has been my own therapy. It's so personal, just to me. Others may not understand or choose not to comprehend, but that all becomes a little irrelevant, or maybe a lot. Because this is my toolbox, and this is what I've got. To express and redress the notion, to let it out. Talk about it? No thanks. I'd rather write about it. I'm right about this. That standing here releasing thoughts is simply bliss. Don't get me twisted, I can talk, but I'd much rather write. 10 weeks of isolation, 10 weeks of violation, 10 weeks of endless interruption, 10 weeks of psychological corruption, scheduled days of punishment for my precarious ways, an alignment for every time my mind strays, the final act in the most graphical of plays, desperate screams, all my hopes and dreams washed away through streams, intrusive people knocking at my door, where was I? Every day, not always physically, but overcome with emotion, I chose to cry. So many questions, endless expectations, multitude of inspections. How did I feel? Was it all for real? Were those endless days of sacrifice all part of the price, or simply part of the deal? You see, I far from understand all of your medical jargon spiel. 10 weeks on, can't believe all the pain and suffering hasn't gone. 10 weeks on, still am clinging on by a rope, running out of hope. Waive my right to anonymity. You can't come near me with any of your superiority. You see, love, kindness, peace and happiness, that's now my speciality. Trust has to be earned. That's one significant thing I have learned. To have someone special, someone I can treasure. Have a love so close, ignore the instructions on the bottle, don't take it as it says. Keep slipping, crimson tears are dripping from my heart. Flashbacks of that overdose, memories come back, my heart holds on to them so close. My thoughts no longer seem to matter, you mistake it for psychological chitter-chatter. My heart is broken, you haven't heard the words that are unspoken. Like a mirror being dropped, I felt it shatter. Now who is left to pick up the pieces? Don't think I'm over it. This is not the beginning, nor is it the end, where all evil deceases. People asking, days so tasking, memories everlasting. Wish I could replace all the badness with endless amounts of gladness. Now it's a case of, don't speak about, all of you really make me want to shout. You really don't understand, always wanting to take the upper hand. If I were you, I wouldn't even try to comprehend. Your show of disbelief brings to me no sense of relief. I'm fighting back the tears, I felt like this for so many years. All that has been spoken cannot account for all the infinite words that have been unspoken. All the things I long to say from conformity, I want to stray. Wish I could make tomorrow a brighter day. All the words I want to release, it seems my body, my mind, my soul was put up for lease. War wounds inflicted, images depicted from a story I long to tell. All the pain and suffering I endure. You implied it was my choice, I was never allowed to express myself with my heartfelt voice. On my exit, I know that was not the end, that's for sure. Every day wondering, is there more? Or simply not if, but how much more is in store? You don't have the answer, label myself as a chancer. I wish I knew why, the reason daily I cry. So much to live for, that I know for sure. Flip the coin, see the other side, take me for a joyride. It's so hard to decide, all the times I lied, all the times I was tongue-tied. How many times was I denied? Countless reasons. I've run out of steam, such low self-esteem. so much to die for. 10 weeks on, still I tried to hold on. 10 weeks on, can't erase any of my past. 10 weeks on, one thing I've realised, it will never last. I wish I could pick up a gun and set it ablast. You see, significant times, countless rhymes, intuitive rhymes, mostly rhymes. You see, I can't speak. Seems everywhere I go, it's havoc I seem to wreak. Sorry, this time I can't turn the other cheek. Please listen for a moment, allow me to speak. One day the truth from my very heart and soul will leak. I can't quite take in directions. Don't believe other people's misconceptions. Can't even take in the sat-nav pointing out where to go. Where to go? What to spend time on? What to invest in? If time was a currency, I'd be poor because I'm always running out of it. Lost at what cost? To take a new direction, find a new way. To have my say. Sway a notion, cause my own commotion. At a crossroad, a junction, figuring out my function. Finding my way back to me. Now I know I'm not lost. I'm just finding my way back to me.
Nice.
Woo!